this is just a quick update video to let you guys know about like what's coming up in the near future on my channels, because of the fact that I happen to be working like several projects ahead of myself right now. So a lot of the work I'm doing will not eventuate on the channels for a while, but I can guarantee that all these videos are coming out. I'm working on a pretty tight schedule towards a very big goal. So I think things are going pretty smoothly right now. So these are what are going to be the next few videos, guaranteed, because they're already like well into their construction, if not nearly completed on my end. But I'm sort of stacking things that Devu's going to have to work on. So the next video that's coming out really soon is one called Weird Anime Porn and Why It's Okay. It's a shorter video, only 6 or 7 minutes, that's just about weird anime porn and why it's okay. It's actually a script I wrote back in 2014 that was originally written to be in the style of an Endless Jest video. I never ended up making it, and over time it has evolved that now I ended up delivering it like a Razor Fist video. But either way, it's I just felt that now was finally the time for me to do it. I had meant to do it all those years ago, but I actually broke my foot and couldn't really stand in front of a camera, and I wanted it to be like I wanted the way it's written was, you know, again, style of Endless Jest. It was supposed to be delivered in front of a camera. So I had to do that. And so yeah, that's what Devu's working on right now since he got his computer back. For those who don't know, Devu, immediately following the posting of the We Have Accepted Mediocrity video, he had to fly to across the country basically to where his girlfriend lives, so so that they could live together, because they basically just moved back to where she's from instead of where he's from. So, you know, he, like, literally was hours before his flight trying to put the finishing touches on that goddamn video and, like, get me a thumbnail to use. So, he crossed the country, had to wait about 5 days to get his computer back, which is why this new video isn't already out. But, yeah, he's been working towards this anime porn video. Now, the next thing he's going to be doing after that is Finish or Fail, a rebranded version of the show that's going to be coming out on the main channel. It's going to be more of a full-blown series. It's fully written, it's going to be fully edited, it's going to be like a really legit series of videos talking about these shows. Because of the fact that the Finish or Fail series of vlogs honestly came out a lot better than I expected it to. Like, the point of it was just to be a bunch of random errant thoughts about shows, and sometimes it was really uninteresting and I didn't really have that much to say about a show. Other times I would go on these incredibly long rants about whatever random specific thing happened to stand out about me about that show as either the reason I dropped it or loved it. So I thought it would be fun to take the same approach of like going through multiple shows and talking about them at length, but doing it as a fully written series. And then also, because of the fact that it covers multiple shows, this allows me to do more with the format of it. It makes it feel like a show instead of just an anime review, which means that I can put more things in, like fake commercial breaks or outro videos and like extra additional content in there that'll, you know, spice it up a little and make it not just feel like a review, but something a little bit more of an experience. And there will also be some nuggets in there that are going to tease towards the video which comes after that, which is the first video of this big series I won't shut up about how they marketed. The first one's going to be about Be the Beginning. This one is going to be, it's going to be a lot bigger than a typical Digibro video, but we're going to say that if you've ever watched the Horseshoe Saga by Endless Jest, which is sort of the thing I'm launching into, is extremely similar to that. It's sort of based on that conceptually, but I'm taking it in a very different direction. The early episodes of it are more like getting you into the swing of understanding the nature of the series before it really starts to open up and become something crazy. So this first video on Be the Beginning is sort of like, here's an idea of what it can look like if we, you know, take a YouTube video in this direction where we formulate it into more of a narrative approach to explaining a specific aspect of a show in a deeply analytical way, while also incorporating elements of like the gonzo journalism that I specialize in, and also just like the weird kind of aesthetic elements that I want to include, and then like combine all of that with Davu's editing, and like, yeah, you've got a recipe for success. But that's just the first episode. From that point forward is where the series is really going to open up, and I'm going to get crazy with stuff, but I don't want to talk too much about it because I literally just don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil the things that I have in store. You know, I want to tease. I want to constantly remind people that I'm working on something because I'm very confident about this series. The nature of it is something that will work as a long-form series. I know a lot of people are concerned because of the fact that I tend to drop longer series that I work on. Though most of the long series I work that I drop are ones I don't really care about or have an intention of finishing in the first place, or were never intended to be series. A lot of people perceive me as not having finished my Evangelion series, even though it was never supposed to be a series in the first place. You know, there's been stuff where I just like didn't continue something, like cool character designs, which I would still like to bring back eventually, you know, stuff like that, though. You know, as time goes on, I change the way I like to format my videos, and if something is a series that has a clear format, that might be in the way of, like, going forward even with the concept of that video. So, you know, I'm constantly trying to reinvent the way I do things, and the How They Marketed series, the reason I'm so confident it can go on for as long as I want it to and reach its conclusion is that it doesn't require me to watch a whole ton of anime, for one thing. Like, whereas doing the Shaft project, which is the only gigantic project I legitimately have, like, shit the bed on and not continued. And in that case, it's just because it requires me as a baseline before I could even start the first episode to watch, like, an insane amount of anime. How They Marketed does not have that requirement. It does require me to watch a bunch of stuff, but it's only shit I want to watch and stuff that I'm interested in. But the most important thing is that it's super flexible as a series. It lets me cover any series I want, anytime, any way I want, as long as I can market it. As long as I can market the idea, no matter how batshit crazy it is, if I can market it in a way that people will enjoy it and pay attention to the video, then that's all that really matters. So, like, that's kind of the way this concept is going to work. So anyway, yeah, that's the next 3 videos that are coming out, and those are what I've been working on. I mean, the anime porn one, I fucking did all my work for it a while back, but I was just getting it to Davu before I had to go to Toricon. Obviously, all the Toricon panel videos have come out. I don't know if anybody really was, like, waiting on those or anything or cared, but I promised I would release them, so I did. I have to edit this commentary that Davu and I did, so, you know, if you are a patron who is on the tier where you get the commentary videos, you may know that we had missed the one that was for the end of March, or rather, the end of February. Yeah, there was supposed to be one that came out at the end of whatever month it was. We missed the end of one month, and so at the end of the next month, we decided to do a double-length episode. And that episode should have come out, like, a while back, but we couldn't record it for the first few days because of the fact that, again, Davu had just moved. And then once we did finally record it, I haven't had the chance to edit it because I had Toricon, and then I wanted to edit all this Toricon footage to get it off my goddamn camera and computer so I could film more things in the future. I'm just in a constant state of being inundated with so much footage of crap and so many open project files that I'm just trying to grind through them all to get to the other ones that I want to do even more. But, and I've also been collaborating with tons and tons of people. There's going to be a heavy collaborative element to my videos going forward. I've got 2 commissions for the upcoming Finish or Fail video. So look forward to all that stuff. Obviously, there's still a ton more of RadCon footage that I'm involved with that hasn't come out yet, but I'm not editing any of it. So there's 3 episodes of Stealing Your Dad's As If It Were Easy that are really something completely new because the show was a podcast and these are videos that have a very different, like, sort of energy to them, but they are great. I really look forward to those. There's a bunch of other stuff from RadCon. I'm not going to, like, hype it up too much. You'll just have to see it when it all comes out, but there's plenty of stuff that is not released yet. I'm just looking at the list of crap that I'm currently working on. I've got the Be the Beginning, How They Marketed, the Finish or Fail 2018, Round 1 is what we're going with as the title. I have to make the theme song for Stealing Your Dad's. Got a couple other songs, some collabs that I need to work on, and that Devu commentary. After that, I'm going to be moving on to, probably once I finish the everything I need for the Be the Beginning, how they market it, and all these collabs that I have outstanding, I'm either going to get to work on planning. So I'm planning to take a trip in early May at some point to Virginia Beach, and I'm going to try to stay there for 4 days and film as many music videos as I can with Victor. Because I really think that right now I can't really do a whole lot with music videos, and I think that my music is at a point where I'm really proud of what I'm putting out. I have some fans, I have some people who even like my music, more than my anime analysis videos and stuff. So I really think that the way forward with that would be to have a strong visual presence and consistently upload new music videos, and try to draw attention to my music channel. So, yeah, I'm going to try to do that at some point, but aside from that, I'm just going to be working on how they market it and grinding towards episode 2, which is also extensively planned and is going to be the big one. Episode 2 is going to be the one where sort of the floodgates open up and you'll really understand what the series is all about. But, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Stay tuned.